What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Real Guys Podcast. It's Thomas.
Robert.
Yes, sir. And this is a special episode. As you may know, it's Friday for you guys right now. And we don't usually post on Friday.
Yeah.
But we're doing a Ahsoka review. Speaking of...
No. We're doing a review, and I've only actually watched the first episode.
Let me share with you my struggles. So
I have a life, guys.
We were supposed to do this like 4 days ago, but he was busy with something.
Life? Work?
Shush. And he was busy with something, and I was like, in the back of my mind, I was like, he just didn't watch it. That's probably it. And he didn't. And so I'm looking at this now. He's had like a week and a half since the last episode came out, and I'm looking at him. I'm like, okay. And he just tells me out of nowhere, because he hasn't mentioned this at all today. He just mentions it now, like as I'm pulling into his driveway, like, oh, by the way, I only saw the first episode. But it's okay. I watched all of it. I guess I just know more things. And then
I told him I'm fine with spoilers. That's fine. That's fine. I'm not worried.
So this will be a spoiler review. You have been warned. And then we're going to do a little Star Wars agree, disagree to end it off for maybe like 10, 15 minutes.
What? Eventually, we're going to have to get like plaques to like use for agree or disagree, so we don't have paper.
Or we'll get like, I don't know, just
laminate those.
Anything better than this.
We can laminate those.
Ooh, it can be like actually printed. Not
like we can print the agree or disagree.
It can not be just my handwriting.
Yeah. We can laminate and then stick it to like a popsicle stick or something.
All right. So for them, remember.
It's Friday.
They haven't seen the tortilla.
Yeah.
So.
Though they haven't seen.
They will see it tomorrow.
Yeah.
For them.
So tomorrow, guys, it's going to be a great episode.
Tomorrow's episode was a banger.
Oh my gosh, it's going to be awesome, guys. Y'all go definitely check it out. I mean, it's a lot of talking. We definitely get deep into different things, but the ending is to die for, bro.
When we were filming that ending, I was literally like laughing as I was watching it. I was like, this is hilarious. But
yeah,
it was just so funny.
It was. I mean, I had a video for the longest time, and I would just fast forward. Well, actually, I didn't have the video. I watched your video afterwards. That's when I saw it. We used his phone to record that.
That's right.
But yeah.
All right.
It was a good ending there.
I'll rank Ahsoka the whole thing out of 10, and I guess you'll just rank the first episode.
Yeah.
We can talk about the first episode because I have my thoughts.
Right.
We'll do a little countdown, I guess. 3, 2, 1, 8.5.
7.5.
7.5. That's good for the first episode.
Yeah.
I'd give the first episode probably like on its own, probably like a 7 or a 6.5, because like everything starts off so slow.
Yeah, it is very slow.
Everything is slow. My biggest issue with this like show, like overall, is like a lot of the dialogue and a lot of like people will just stare at each other.
Yeah. And it's just like
for like 10 seconds. It's like scenes will take long that like they don't need to be that long.
Yeah.
But
like the transitions are trash.
But I love it. I love that. I really love that show. It has its problems, but like I just really enjoyed it watching it.
I have Star Wars merch, by the way, guys.
He's so cool. I have his shirt. But
I just realized my cup of Star Wars.
I literally said that as I was walking out.
Oh, I did not see that.
Oh my gosh.
I did not hear you say that.
But
anyways,
I will say you have to be you will enjoy this show more if you've seen Clone Wars and Rebels, like the TV shows from Star Wars. If you've seen those all the way through, you will enjoy this show more.
For some reason, I don't have to see like prequels or like
what
shows.
have you seen in Star Wars? List everything that you've seen.
So I've seen all the movies.
Cool.
All the good movies.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
yeah.
9.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh yeah, 9 was the best in my opinion. Like.
Are you being for real?
Like it's
9 was the best.
The Last Jedi.
That's 8.
Oh wait, there was a 9th one. What's the 9th one?
Rise of Skywalker.
Oh no, never mind. I've seen Rise of Skywalker. It's not the best.
Okay.
I don't think
what is the best.
It's a good ending.
What is the best?
The best one.
You said 9 was the best.
Out of the new ones?
No, just out of everything. Which one's the best?
A New Hope has always been my thing.
W-Mans.
Yeah.
I think we had this talk.
Yeah.
You freaked me out.
No.
You said 9 was the best. I was about
out of the sequels.
I was about to flip the table. I think I'm rewatching all of Star Wars. I'm at the Clone Wars right now, like the show. When I get done with the sequels, I'll share which one's the best because I watched all the sequels once when they came out.
Yeah.
That's all that I've seen of them. So that was like years ago and stuff. Anyway.
So I've seen all the movies.
Cool.
I've seen also the branch offs like Rogue One.
I need to rewatch that. I saw it once in
It was
theaters.
kind of trash, but I'll
Really?
I don't really like Rogue One.
I remember it having a good beginning, a boring middle, and a good ending. But I don't remember specifics about the movie.
Yeah, it was kind of
so long.
It was kind of whack. I mean, it kind of finished the story that we needed, but it was. Yeah, I don't really know.
Ahsoka. It's great. I love it. So we start off with the first like maybe 3 to 4 episodes where it's like it's shaky. We're introducing some new characters. They weren't introduced like well. Like you're not like. So you'll be introduced to a character that if you've watched the shows, you're like, oh, that's that person. That's Hera. That's Jason. That's Ezra. That's all them. You'll know them. You'll be like, oh, that's them. But like if you haven't watched that, you'll just be like, who the heck is this guy?
Yeah.
So that's really one thing. It goes into it. I'd say episode 5. There's an episode where I'm not gonna get too into it, but it's Ahsoka. Have you seen the Clone Wars?
Yes.
Have you seen the show?
No.
Any of it?
No.
Who is Ahsoka's master?
Ahsoka's master,
Yeah.
Anakin.
Okay, cool. So we have an episode 5, where we see. I don't want to like. Okay, so we see Anakin. I feel bad spoiling, but it's whatever.
Well, I mean, he went to the dark side after what? Clone Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After Clone Wars.
Yeah. After Clone Wars, he went to the dark side. So he, basically, she kind of ended.
So the way that the Clone Wars show works is the last 4 episode of Clone Wars is happening during Revenge of the Sith. So they really they go from episode 2, Attack of the Clones, Clone Wars, and it's like Revenge of the Sith. So when I was watching them, I was like, the jump from 2 to 3 was like massive. Like you go from 2 to 3, like Anakin looks completely different, Obi-Wan looks completely different. It's like a big jump, and Clone Wars just like kind of like bridges the gap and like the connect points and stuff.
What's really cool to me is that in the first episode, because of course we've already mentioned this, it's the only one I've watched, but
it's okay.
In the first episode, it's really cool how they connect the dots with Clone Wars and all the Jedi who like just kind of disappeared off the face of
you're
Star
gonna
Wars.
love the rest of it.
It's like they basically, when they were mentioning Skull and how he like kind of stepped away and like you disappeared, and they kind of connected the idea with Skull and I don't know how to pronounce Hati. But it's master and apprentice
pretty much
relationship essentially. He's teaching her Jedi techniques and things like that and history, and basically it's almost like a Cobra Kai deal.
You link everything back to Cobra Kai.
I have to do it.
What is your thing with? That's gonna be what you're known for, the Cobra Kai kid.
Robbie Keane, right? He goes from Miyagi-Do to Cobra Kai, and he teaches Cobra Kai.
Balin is just in the middle. Like he's in the middle. He's not really a Jedi or Sith. And then like Ahsoka is also in the middle, but she's more towards the light side, and then Balin's more towards the dark side. That's how I see it. That's how it was explained in the show. That's how we see like the character play out.
Well, yeah, because she saw her master walk away from the light side, so she's questioning both sides of the story.
Yeah. So with that, back to, I don't even know what I was saying, but I think I know what I was saying, so I'm just gonna go with that. So back to episode 5, she gets to talk with Anakin again. So something happens basically.
Really?
She gets to go in a vision. It's called the World Between Worlds. The World Between Worlds is, you see that in Rebels. So that's what that connects to.
Okay.
We think so. There's theories. We don't know. Anakin. It's been said that I don't think he's a vision. Like I think it's been said by the director that Anakin's not a vision in this, and so that's why we think. Okay, I'm gonna be sounding like a nerd for like the next minutes. So that's where we see Anakin. Anakin is in the World Between Worlds. He's teaching Ahsoka one final lesson. I'll let you watch that episode. It's great. It's my favorite. And then so he's teaching that. So Anakin, we think he's the father. That's like a theory going around. We think he's the father. And so the father is there's like Force gods basically. So we have the father who's like a balance. We have the daughter who's the light side, and then the son who's the dark side.
Whoa.
So the father, so there's a show. Words. There's an episode in Clone Wars where the father tells Anakin, your destiny is to like basically take my position. And then Anakin, at the end of the episode or whatever, like the 2 episodes, however long it takes, he basically like turns it down and he's like, no, because I gotta fight with Clone Wars because like my friends and like his attachments.
Yeah.
And so we see Ahsoka become in those episodes, the daughter dies, but then like Ahsoka like I don't know manifests. I don't know the right word to use, but the daughter then becomes Ahsoka.
Whoa.
So like she's not a Force god, but they're like linked basically. The daughter and Ahsoka are linked.
They do that in one season? That's insane.
No, it's like a few episodes. They have like episode arcs. So it's like
Oh, okay.
So the Mandalorian arc is the last 4 episodes of
I need to watch The Mandalorian.
No. So no, you haven't watched The Mandalorian?
I
need to watch more Star Wars.
I did the first 2 episodes, and then I just kind of didn't really get into it. Like I watched it because of my ex. My ex was like, "You should watch this," and so I was like, make her happy.
I don't want to sound like your ex, but you need to watch more Star Wars. But we go. So it's the Mandalorian arc in Star Wars.
Yeah.
In Star Wars Clone Wars. So it's in Clone Wars, like the last 4 episodes of Clone Wars are the Mandalorian arc, and that's what we're doing with that. And so yeah, they do arcs and stuff. It's like they span episodes to just be like really long, but whatever. That's basically what happens. So we see like this owl fly around a bunch of Ahsoka. So we see that again in the Ahsoka show. The owl, it's not like a bunch in the show, it's one time. But in the Ahsoka show, the owl represents the daughter that is dead. Remember that.
Okay.
Don't remember that. It's not important later, but whatever. So yeah. So like there's a lot of like cool connections. That's what I really love about this show. And so yeah. They do a lot of great things. One thing I will say is like a lot of people are just like I said before, they just like kind of just stand there. Like the talking is like a little bit weird. We see Ezra too. Ezra is someone from Rebels.
Okay.
And then Thrawn is also someone from Rebels.
And Rebels and what was that? What was the other one?
Clone Wars.
Clone Wars. They're both animated, right?
Yes. And so they just brought these animated characters to live action. I think they did a really good job with that. Everyone looks great except for Thrawn. He looks a little bit weird, but that's because Thrawn is the voice actor of Thrawn from Rebels.
Oh,
so they got the voice actor and they just put him in live action. So that's why it looks a little bit weird because he
doesn't match his face.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, it is what it is.
But he sounds just like him, surprisingly. No.
Lars Mikkelsen. That's his name in real life.
Yeah, but we're getting... So yeah, the show's great. I've said this before. I'll say it again. I love character development and character arcs. We just get that more in Ahsoka, and I just really love the arc that she gets in episode 5. Where it's really hard to like, so the message that Anakin gives as like the last like lesson is to live or die. So like that's basically it, like live or die. Like that's what you need to do. And at the end of that, she's like, I choose to live. It's really like great. I think it's really impactful. And so because the way that we see Ahsoka's character go through is like and they emphasize this in the 5th episode. She starts off really young in this war. And so she's like going through like this war, which when you're watching the Clone Wars, you're not really thinking about it, like how they're putting a child in war. But in Ahsoka, they show that more where it's like she was going through war as like an 11, 12-year-old. Mm-hmm. That's crazy. So she's grown up in that.
That was a very popular actor who played that role too.
Yeah, she was like in...
She wasn't Stuck in the Middle.
She was also in Infinity War.
Yeah, she was in Infinity War.
And wait,
who she played? Oh, she played
Young Gamora.
Young Gamora.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so we go through, and then so we see Ahsoka go through like all that. And then later we see how Anakin turning to the dark side affects her. And so we see this more in Ahsoka where she's like kind of like lost as a person. Like we see how like she's more reserved. She's not as energetic as young Ahsoka was because of everything that's happened. Mm-hmm. And so for a lot of her life, it's just like, you see like a little bit of questioning, like, what am I doing? So like, because in Rebels she's like, I'm no Jedi, but she's still doing all the Jedi things. It's like such a great thing.
That's a cool connection too. In the beginning, in the first episode of Ahsoka, the Skull, when he meets the captain of the first ship that they hijacked to get the prisoner, he says, "I'm no Jedi."
Yep.
That's pretty.
They do a lot of cool connections. That's why one of the reasons why I really love Dave Filoni. And so as we're going through this, we see just a bunch of character development with Ahsoka. There's things that I like, things that I dislike. I don't like. There's some scenes that I don't like when Ezra reunites with Hera after 10 years, which I don't know. I'll explain it to you. So at the end of Rebels, I'm explaining like so much. At the end of Rebels, one thing that Ezra does as like a sacrifice play is he takes Thrawn on this ship basically, and I'm gonna really dumb it down so you're not getting like all of it. But he takes Thrawn on this ship, uses the Force shenanigans, and sends them like far away, like whole nother galaxy, like far away.
Like the ding.
Yeah. So like real far, like far to where like they think Ezra's dead, but that's one of the things that they're doing in the show. They're actually like, oh, we gotta go find Ezra and Thrawn. They don't want to find Thrawn. They find Thrawn. But so after 10 years of like basically losing, basically like a son, because that's what Ezra is to Hera basically in the show, is we see them reunite. And so like as they're reunited, they're walking towards each other, and then just like it pans up to another shot, and then we never see that like reunition. I did not like that at all.
That happens in a lot of
borderline hate that. Like that was just terrible. I was like,
they're walking to each other, and then it goes.
Yeah, it was so like they're walking to each other. There's two of them, and then like as they get like right here, it just kind of like pans, like not pans up. It like the Star Wars edits where it's just like, whoop, and it's like another scene, and it just like pops up basically. And I was like, gosh darn it.
Yeah.
It was making me upset, but overall I like the show. I think it was pretty good.
Well, I'll definitely keep going and watching more shows. I'm gonna definitely binge watch it in the Friday morning. That's probably gonna be my whole morning actually.
Well, it is Friday morning too.
Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
I'll be watching it this morning. But
we did. So this episode is filmed out of order.
Yeah.
We do that. So this. Oh my gosh. Let me explain the Real Guys podcast.
Time travel.
Let me explain the Real Guys podcast timeline to you you viewers out there. So we got two videos already recorded. We got those. They're not really time based. We can put those out whenever we want. This one is kind of time based. Trying to get him to do it earlier. Whatever. It's time based because the show just finished. Trying to get it out right when it finishes. So it's like great. So there's 2 episodes. This episode. We just like kind of shoved this episode before those 2 episodes as a little surprise episode on Friday. Hooray. And then so for us, it's going to be Saturday. We're filming with a special guest.
Yeah.
He's hinted towards in the 5th episode. So be prepared.
Pretty cool guest. He knows a lot of stuff.
He's famous on YouTube.
He's not really.
No, he's not. That was the Ahsoka review. 8.5 the whole show.
7.5 the first episode.
First episode. I think that's very generous for the first episode.
Yeah,
but
I mean, I was
especially for someone that hasn't seen Clone Wars and Rebels. Like for me, I like the first episode only because of all the cameos and stuff.
Yeah, I was starting to watch it, and like when I finished the first show, and I was like, whoa, like. And I knew I had to be up at the school at a certain time because I had to go to my school to get money from my teacher because I mowed his lawn.
Word, you were demanding that paycheck.
Yeah, but I went up to the school. I got the money and everything. But that's what I was there, and I was like, I got to be there at a certain time. But like when I finished that first episode, I was like, dude, I just want to stay here.
When did you
watching.
Finish the first episode?
It was like 1:40 today.
Today?
Yeah.
Oh my god! You had all this time to tell me that you haven't seen it.
Yeah. It was like 1:40 today. Well, I as soon as I got up to the school, like I wasn't on my phone at all while I was at the school.
So that one,
like I was only like helping out with the practices and things like that.
So all those times where we were gonna meet up if you didn't have the excuses that you had, what were you gonna tell me?
I don't know. I've just been like, bro, I just
you
did
can
not
just
watch
say
it.
you didn't
Yeah,
watch it.
yeah.
I'm
I've just been like, bro, I just didn't watch it.
I'm gonna fire you.
Yeah.
I
No,
have
but like,
51%. You have 49. I can do that. No.
but yeah, like I was at when I went to the school, I was legitimately like helping out with drill, so I did not look at my phone to like even think about telling you like, hey, got the first video done.
That's crazy. All good.
All right, so agree or disagree, Star Wars edition.
Woo!
Let's go. Oh yeah,
All
we're
right.
back on air.
All right. Yeah. Agree or disagree Star Wars.
You want to start
go first?
Actually, I'll start because
Okay.
you did the intro.
That's right.
All right. Agree or disagree? The whole trajectory of the Star Wars, like of Star Wars cinema. That's probably what I'll use. The whole trajectory of Star Wars cinema would be 100% different if Anakin Skywalker stayed as a Jedi. If he would have became a Jedi and stayed as a Jedi.
Like the timeline?
Instead
what
of-
happens in the movies?
Yeah, like instead of like going to be
Oh, yeah. Three,
yeah.
2, 1. Agree. Obviously. The whole story is him turning into Darth Vader.
Well, like I feel like there's a lot of things that could like I say like 100% of it would probably change, but there's like a couple things I feel like would change.
Well,
like,
I
would it
feel like a
change?
lot of things. So, what happens is they have the Emperor. This is Revenge of the Sith. I just watched this. So they have the Emperor. Like Mace Windu has the lightsaber pointing at him. The only way that the Emperor Palpatine gets away is because Anakin just like basically kills Mace Windu because he thinks he needs the Emperor because the Emperor knows ways to save Padme because he's afraid that Padme's gonna die because of his visions.
Yeah.
So yeah, so yeah, the Emperor would have been caught. Order 66 would have probably never happened. And wait,
Mace Windu wouldn't be dead.
yeah, Order 66 would not have happened. Mace Windu would still be alive. And fun fact, after they captured Palpatine, Mace Windu was going to make Anakin master.
Do you think Han Solo
That's
and
really sad.
Princess Leia
He doesn't
would've
get it,
stayed?
but that's really sad.
Do you think that Han Solo and Princess Leia would have still gotten together and made Kylo Ren?
See, the thing is, I don't even know if they would have met
Yeah.
because I don't think any of them are meeting. Like Han and Leia, probably not. Luke and Han not meeting. Luke and Leia are probably growing up together.
And that would change the trajectory of.
Everything's changing if
Yeah,
Anakin
that would change. That would
stays
change.
a
There
good
would
guy.
no Kylo Ren, and if there was a Kylo Ren would be
Yeah.
a Jedi.
It's crazy.
It would be insane.
What do I want to go with here? Revenge of the Sith
Ooh,
is a top 3 Star Wars movie.
top 3.
Yeah. 3, 2, 1.
I agree.
Agree.
I agree with that.
So what do you have?
It's in my third.
What do you have?
I have New Hope, and Attack of the Clones.
What?
Yeah, and then
Where's
Attack of the Clones is a good movie in my opinion. New Hope goes 1.
the second one?
Yeah,
Attack of the Clones is a good movie.
yeah. I love Attack of the Clones.
I think it's okay. It's just really long. Like the first
Yeah, it is long.
the first movie and the second movie are way too long. Like
well, I mean, they're also trying to break the story too, like because they're trying to figure out like.
yeah, no, but it's like long and then it's just like really like boring sometimes.
Yeah.
Anyway, where's Empire Strikes Back?
I don't know if I'd put Empire Strike. I don't know.
Is Empire Strikes Back in your top 5?
It's in my top 5.
Okay.
I feel like I'd put it at the 4 or 5 spot. I don't think it would go.
So Attack of the
in
Clones
the top
is
3.
better than Empire Strikes Back.
I feel like the storyline is a little bit better. Now the action is better in Empire Strikes Back, of course.
Do you want to know what my favorite movie of all time is for Star Wars?
Empire Strikes Back.
Empire Strikes Back. It's the best out of all of them.
I mean, that's where the famous Darth Vader theme song came from.
Theme
Right?
song?
Like his little themes, like his little entrance song.
No.
Isn't that where it
It's
started?
where the line, Luke, I am your father. That's where that came from.
Well, I thought his famous
No, the
like.
bum bum bum. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was in 4.
Oh, okay.
This guy.
Anyway, I don't watch Star Wars like that. I'm like I told
That
you
made me
guys.
sad.
Told you guys, I'm more of a Marvel guy.
Empire Strikes Back not being in your top 5 is insane.
I told you it was in my top 5.
Not being in your top 3 is insane.
It's not in my. It's not
That
in my
is
top 3.
crazy. For me, it's Empire, New Hope, Revenge of the Sith. I don't care if New Hope's your one. I think Empire and New Hope are interchangeable for the
Where's
one
Attack
spot.
of Clones for you?
It's probably out of like the 9 movies.
Yeah.
Like just the
Is
9.
it in your top 5?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
It'll probably be.
At least we got that in common.
Yeah, it'll probably be.
Both of the movies that we disagree on in placement are in our top 5.
But I don't know. I do like. Rogue One might be better than Attack of the Clones.
What?
I need to see Rogue One again.
Watch Rogue One again. It's
because
slow, dude. It's so slow.
Yeah, but it has the Darth Vader hallway fight scene. See, the Attack of the Clones, it's like so
movie, though.
boring. Like I'm just watching it and I'm just like, oh my god.
I mean that
like there's good parts in it, but I just think like it's oh my god. Like the acting from Hayden Christensen is bad. Like
which one?
In Attack of the Clones.
Oh yeah.
Like
I mean,
the acting is just bad. Like I love the movies, but I will like admit like they're like bad acting movies.
Does he do good as Anakin and Ahsoka?
Hmm?
Does he do good as Anakin and Ahsoka?
Yes, I think he does better. But I think he does great in Revenge of the Sith. So, yeah.
All right.
But I don't know why. You need to rewatch Star Wars, dude. Because there's no way that you're going to sit here and look at me and say Empire Strikes Back is not a top 3 Star Wars
I'll rewatch
movie.
Attack of the Clones and Revenge of the Sith and Empire Strikes Back and just
Revenge of the Sith is in my top 3 because it just had me like I watched that. I knew what was gonna happen. I was still sad the rest of the day.
I've got a good question.
All
right, ready? Agree or disagree? R2D2 is smarter than C3PO.
Oh, 3, 2, 1. There's no question. It's just agree.
This paper is not cooperating.
We need to disagree more. Yeah, that's easy.
Dude, R2D2 is like you can tell
R2D2.
R2D2.
R2D2, yeah.
R2D2.
Oh my gosh.
R2D2. I can't talk.
Take it slow, buddy.
I almost broke my chair.
Oh no.
RT
3 times in a row.
I want to say T. R2D2.
Okay. There we go.
Is essentially agreeing with almost everything C3PO says and everything like it's almost like C3PO is like going up to R2D2 and like saying like something and just R2D2 is like basically saying duh type thing. You know what I'm saying?
I mean R2D2
he's correcting him all the time.
So throughout everything, his memory doesn't get wiped. Like at all.
Yeah.
That's like a big thing for droids. Like their memory gets wiped probably constantly.
Yeah,
C3PO, his memory gets wiped after the 3rd movie.
Yeah.
But R2, he knows like everything through all of it, which makes it really sad.
He also gets wiped in what? Is it Last Jedi or Rise of Skywalker? I think it's Last Jedi.
I don't know. I need to see those movies.
It's the
I have no idea.
You haven't seen them at all?
No, I've seen them. I just forgot about them.
I think it's Rise of Skywalker. They're trying to escape Kylo Ren.
And he kills R2? Is that what you're saying?
No,
I
he
don't
doesn't kill
remember
R2.
R2 dying.
No, because they have to. They had to clear C-3PO's mind. They had to like do a complete mind wipe, or a mind wipe was the effect of them trying to get the dialect of what's on that dagger.
Yeah,
Remember
I think
that?
I know. I know what like I can picture what's happening,
language.
but I don't still know what you're talking about. Like I don't remember what happened.
It was.
If they wipe his memory though,
because they found the dagger.
did they wipe his memory?
They no, they didn't wipe.
Okay,
R2's
because that would have made me mad.
Yeah, they only wiped C-3PO because C-3PO said that he had the language.
That's
that
right.
was on
They
the
wiped his
dagger,
memory. Yeah.
But he couldn't do it because of his program.
That still makes me mad.
Yeah.
Anyway, Anakin is the best fictional character in all of fiction. You take all of everything he's in Star Wars, and you look at like what he goes through and all of that, and you take all of that in, not just like from one movie, but like from everything. He is the best character in all of fiction, like with the best art.
In all of fiction.
Yeah. 3, 2, 1. Agree.
Disagree.
Why do you disagree?
Robbie Keane on Cobra Kai.
Oh my gosh! Get over Cobra Kai.
I can't.
Get over.
There's still a season.
You're gonna look at me.
won.
You're gonna look at me. Here. You're gonna look at me and you're gonna say that Robbie Keane in Cobra Kai
is me
has better character development than Anakin Skywalker in all of Star Wars.
In all of Star Wars? In all of cinema?
In everything. You
like,
okay,
how
the
about
fact that your character is Robbie Keane.
Robbie Keane, like
no,
Miguel.
Don't back down from your
Miguel has a good character development in Cobra Kai, but
like he's just a better character in general. Like I'm not just
Keane's,
not just character development.
But I mean, look at Robbie Keane from the first point you met him to the end of the season. I just destroyed my computer.
Look at Anakin from when you meet him to the end of just Revenge of the Sith.
I don't even know why.
Like just take the prequels. Anakin has a better arc.
I think
than
I need to rewatch it, but like, I don't know why, but I felt like even when he was being trained by Obi-Wan, I could see the darkness in him already.
Yeah. So like it was
like there wasn't much to change from him, from when he was with Obi-Wan to the Emperor.
Say that again.
I'm saying I already saw the darkness in him when he was with Obi-Wan, which means I think there wasn't much to change or to use to tempt him to go to the dark side.
Oh my gosh!
Because it was already the darkness.
Stop talking.
Nope.
So you take Anakin from Phantom Menace, the first one, and you go all the way just to Revenge of the Sith. You put in Clone Wars in the middle. That is so much better character arc than Robbie. You're insane. You're a psychopath.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are. That's crazy. You see him grow up in the Jedi Order. This thing that he's loved his entire life. You see him then get to Revenge of the Sith, where they're just telling him basically, no, you can be on the council, just not master. And he's going through all this, and he's throwing Clone Wars in there with like his Padawan leaves him. Everything's happening. That's insane.
Just wait. We still have one more season.
Oh my gosh. You don't even know if that season's going to be good, dude.
We will.
Oh my god.
We will, though. We'll see if it's good. And I know even if it's not good, there's going to be still, no matter who it is, even if it's Miguel, Robbie, freaking Sensei Lawrence, there's still going to be monumental.
You suck.
No, there's still going to be monumental character development. But even if I didn't think Robbie was it, there's got to be something that I've watched.
Yeah, name me a couple. Like
there's got to be something that I've watched.
Is it just Robbie and Cobra Kai, or do you have more in Cobra Kai?
Not even just Cobra Kai. Like you said, in all of cinema.
Yeah, and
that's a big statement.
Yeah, I know. I'm making a big statement.
That's
like, and I'm fine with you disagreeing. But when you said
Anakin Skywalker is that,
I was expecting Spider-Man, Batman, the guy from Extraction.
There wasn't much character development.
Well, not just like as a character as a whole. I'm mostly focusing on character development, but you can take like his coolness, his power level, all that. You can take in everything that makes this character this
Thanos?
character. He's not Anakin.
But you said power level. Anakin would lose to Thanos.
Oh, Anakin would destroy Thanos.
Anakin only has the Force.
Wait, is he with all his prime? Anakin is beating Thanos with all the Infinity Stones. Maybe
all you have to do is snap.
Well, no, I'm just saying like Thanos without the Infinity Stones.
Well,
it's
Thanos
Anakin.
without the
it's Anakin. It's Anakin.
I agree with that. But Thanos, like the Thanos that everybody knows and loves, is the one with all the stones. Nobody looks at. I would say, the dude with the time stone. No.
See, I would agree to that, but there's two things. There's Marvel What If, and in What If he has 5 of the 6.
Yeah.
And then Vision just slices him in half, and I think that's really dumb of What If, but that's still like part of it. So yeah, he's easily defeated in What If.
That episode.
But then we also take Infinity War. So Thor, he's not even the most powerful. Actually, no, he's the most powerful in Marvel. But I think Anakin would beat Thor. And so for Thor to literally throw like just one axe with one swing, and Thanos has all the Infinity Stones, he's shooting this little laser thing, and then the axe is just coming down, and it still cuts Thanos right here. And I think Anakin would beat Thor. I'm still taking Anakin over Thanos with all the Infinity Stones.
Well, like Thor caught him off guard.
That's true. I mean, because there is the instance where you could just snap.
Because if Thor,
so it's like it's hard to like tell.
But if Thor didn't say "Die, Thanos," he would have snapped immediately.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like he could have snapped. Like it's just a weird thing to like compare. So I don't know. I'd still take Anakin, but that's just because I'm biased. So yeah. But I'm fine with you disagreeing with that. But for Robbie, is insane. Your turn.
Yep.
Yeah. Agree or disagree?
Agree or disagree?
We talked about holding the mics.
Yeah, I know, but you got to change it up every now and
We
then.
talked about holding the mics, Robbie. Did you just lick the mic?
No, I went.
Oh my gosh.
All right. My agree or
You
disagree?
made me mad. All right. Still on Star Wars. Not
Alright.
Cobra Kai. Buddy.
Yeah, we're still on Star Wars. All right.
Which character is the best in Cobra Kai?
Yoda
Mm-hmm.
is the most elite Jedi of all time.
What do you mean by elite?
He could beat all of them. Like, if he went one-on-one with every single one of them, he'd beat every single one of them. 3, 2, 1, go.
Disagree.
I agree.
I think he's beating most of them.
Who do you think he wouldn't beat?
Anakin.
This dude's biased.
Anakin. No, like
Anakin's literally
he's literally the chosen one.
No, he's not.
Yes. What do you mean? No, he's not.
Bro, look at Anakin's skill versus Yoda's skill.
It depends on in what time.
And,
But-
Anakin's prime versus every single one of
Anakin's
their
prime.
primes.
Oh yeah. Anakin for sure.
Anakin's
Anakin for
prime
sure.
versus Yoda's
Anakin most
prime.
definitely.
Have you seen Yoda's prime?
Have you seen Anakin's prime?
Yes.
Have you watched Clone Wars?
Yes.
You have? No, you haven't. You just said that you haven't seen Clone Wars.
I have seen
the show.
Clone Wars. Oh, the show.
Exactly.
I'm thinking of Attack on the Clones.
There we go. So yeah, Anakin for sure.
I need to see Clone
It's been
Wars.
confirmed that it's been confirmed that at the end of Revenge of the Sith, Anakin is better with the Force than Yoda, and he's not better with the lightsaber than Yoda.
Yoda's always been. I mean, even in his old age, he was. I feel like. I don't think Yoda would be able to beat
The
Anakin
thing
in
is-
his old age.
The thing
but
is,
it'd be
I
a
don't
close
think
fight.
we've seen Yoda in his prime. You know what I mean? Because he's still like Revenge of the Sith and all that. He's like Attack of the Clones, Revenge of the Sith. He's still like old.
How about who do you think more intimidating, Anakin or Yoda?
Anakin.
Yoda. Oh my gosh.
More intimidating?
Yoda.
Yoda's whole thing is he's not intimidating. Are you serious?
Okay, so Yoda's whole thing is he tries to appear unintimidating, but as soon as you see the lightsaber, you're done. That's the intimidation factor.
No.
He's gonna.
You've just
take you out.
described what unintimidating is. He's unintimidating, and that's where he gets you. That's where he surprises you. Who do I think is smarter? Yoda.
Easily.
Yeah,
He
obviously.
has so much wisdom.
And he has so many
Insane.
more years than Anakin.
Oh yeah.
But like straight on
How-
fight,
Wait. So how old was he when he died? Like 600 something.
I think it was almost 1,000.
Oh,
Actually.
really?
Yeah, he was like, it might have been 6. I don't even remember. He was old. He was old.
Yeah. All we know is he had.
We know he
more
had, like,
wrinkles
yeah.
than-
I'd say over 6 centuries.
yeah. Oh, easily.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, over 6 centuries.
But
But still, like Yoda. For
his
me
whole thing is he's not intimidating.
But like, don't mess with dude because he'll show you why
He'll show you, but to start out with,
Well, yeah, to start out with.
he's not intimidating.
But the intimidation factor flows all the way through. It doesn't just start with what he starts with.
Then it's still Anakin. Because Anakin starts, and then he continues. Yoda doesn't start, but then it picks up. So, like, you can see how, like, even that, it's
Okay,
not.
that's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. But Yoda, I feel like Yoda would easily take out Anakin in his prime.
They're both taking me out. So, they're
Oh,
both
yeah.
intimidating to me.
Yeah. Oh,
but
yeah.
taking you out, too.
You're not taking me out.
They're both taking you out,
Oh.
too.
Oh, yeah.
I would take you out.
Oh, yeah. I agree with you. You would not take me out.
Out to dinner. Who wins in a fight, Anakin or Robbie Keane?
Anakin.
Okay.
I know that. Anakin has a force. Robbie wouldn't get within 3 yards of the dude before he took him out. Obi-Wan taught Anakin better than Luke taught Rey.
Oh. 3, 2, 1. Agree.
Agree.
Yeah.
Because I think that, I mean,
Luke barely taught Rey.
well, he taught her enough to the
Like
point
a little
where
bit, but it's like I just don't like the sequels.
I like the sequels.
I like Force Awakens probably. Like
Force
out of all
Awakens
of
is
them, that's my
good.
favorite. And then Rise of Skywalker has one moment that I remember liking.
Which was what?
When you see all the ships.
Oh yeah.
At the end. It's really
that
cool.
is fire.
Yeah.
All the help.
But
The Last Jedi was probably
I'll
my
have to
favorite out of all of them.
Actually?
Out of all the sequels, yeah.
We'll talk about that later.
Yeah, The Last Jedi was pretty solid.
Last Jedi ruins Luke's character, though. Anyway.
He dies in that one, right?
Yeah. It ruins his character. So, The Last Jedi...
They die off his character.
The whole thing with Luke is it's like, he starts off like wanting adventure, wanting to help out, doing the right thing. That's his whole thing in like the first like 3 movies of 4, 5, 6. But then like we get the sequel and he's just like, no, I hate the Jedi. Da, da, da. He's not into it. And I don't know. I just didn't like that.
Well, I mean, it was the same guy, so he could have brought more energy. It was Mark Hamill, so he could have
Mark Hamill.
He could have. It was his job.
Mark Hamill did not like that, bro.
Yeah.
He did not. So he looked at... So Mark Hamill and Harrison Ford, they both like... I think Harrison Ford was just over Star Wars. Mark Hamill looked at like what they were doing to Luke's character, and he was just like over it. He didn't like it either. So, anyway,
we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see how they.
What's a good one? What's a good one? And then we're gonna call the special guest. Talk to him about Saturday.
Yeah.
Star Wars is the best franchise ever. 3, 2, 1. What's over it?
Marvel.
Okay. I thought you were about to say Cobra Kai. I was about to slam that button.
No.
Yeah.
Cobra Kai is good, just not as good as Marvel.
Yeah, Marvel would definitely like be a contender, but I'm just on a Star Wars high right now.
Here's my order: Star Wars, Marvel. DC.
Oh, so Star Wars is over Marvel?
No, wait, Marvel. Sorry. Marvel, Star Wars.
I say we have this button here every time.
DC, Cobra Kai. It's not even. That's not even. What was your question? How'd you?
It was just the best franchise ever.
Star Wars or Cobra Kai is in this.
Yeah, it's not even a franchise.
So,
anyway.
Marvel, Star Wars.
That's basically the 3 that we just talk about the most anyway on this podcast. But yeah, I just think that Star
Wars, DC. That's how it should go. Yes, I got
it.
I got that.
Okay, you're taking it. That's about to splash this on.
I drank all my water. Trust me, I know.
Buddy. But yeah, Star Wars is. I think it's real close between Star Wars and Marvel. I'm gonna slap you. I think Star Wars is real close between Star Wars and Marvel, but overall, I think Star Wars just.
Would you put DC over Star Wars?
No. Wait.
No. Please say no.
If I take out the sequels, it's Star Wars. But if we include the sequels, it's Marvel. That's my final answer. So I guess
No.
both. But, you know. But
Star Wars is...
I just think Star Wars does things better than Marvel.
Star Wars is way better than DC.
Yeah. I mean, DC is all over the place.
Yeah. I
think DC could be better than all 3. I mean, not all the other 2.
It has potential to be better than all
That's
of them.
why we're waiting for James Gunn to do his thing with the DC universe.
But at the same time, I think if Marvel would have kept going with the same actors and kept it going forever like Star Wars did, essentially, Star Wars has been around since 1971.
Yeah, they're gonna. I think Marvel is starting to do that. It's starting to tank off a little bit.
It's starting to tank off just like DC did. And so
DC never really started off great.
Man of Steel
started it. Man of Steel is bad.
Personal opinion, it's okay.
It's the right opinion. Man of Steel is bad.
So that was the first ever movie of DC.
Yeah, that was not ever of DC, but like to start off that. So it's the universe is DCEU, so it's like Marvel. So Marvel, there's other Marvel things out there. There's like Spider-Man movies. There's like there's the X-Men movies.
Yeah.
But it's not part of the MCU yet.
Yeah.
So that's the same thing with DC. So there's the DCEU, which starts off basically like the DC Extended Universe, DCEU. So like the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yeah.
So they were just basically trying to like not copy, but they were trying to like keep up with Marvel and what Marvel was doing. So they started the DCEU. DCEU starts off with Man of Steel. Man of Steel is terrible. Then it starts off with Batman v Superman. Batman v Superman is worse. So
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah,
So
that's
it
why I
never
like
really
Marvel.
picked off.
Marvel just started.
Marvel
off
started off with bangers.
Avengers.
Iron Man, First Avenger, The Avengers,
The Avengers
Thor,
was a really good movie, but
Incredible Hulk, all
for,
that.
For some reason, the first Avenger was the best start in cinematic history, in my opinion.
You know what? Can I see the button real quick? Real quick. No, because you unbreak the new buttons that I just bought.
Okay, it still works.
Anyway, so do you know what not started? Do you know what kind of was a part of the MCU decline?
What was part of it?
Yeah, you
There
know
was
what,
a lot of there was.
yeah,
a lot
you
of
well, you know,
factors.
like one of the things that like made it like really fall off.
Did you? You better not say Black Widow.
Black Widow.
This guy.
Black Widow.
No. Black
Yes.
Widow was like the best.
Black Widow is terrible. You know what else is bad?
You know,
Cobra Kai. No, I'm just kidding.
Captain Marvel.
You can't.
Captain Marvel.
You can't do that.
Because
Nuh-uh.
okay, Captain Marvel. It was a they.
You can't.
They only made a story to give her an awesome entrance into Endgame.
can't-
That's the only reason why they did that.
You can't look at them. You can't look at a movie when someone says it's bad. You'd be like, well, this isn't bad because this is worse. That's dumb.
Essentially, that's how it works though. Because it's
No.
I really love Black Widow. You really despise it. But we
Terrible.
both dislike Marvel, Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
So it's like
That doesn't make Black. So on its own as a movie, Black Widow is still bad. You bringing up Captain Marvel doesn't do anything
Yeah, it
make
does.
to
Yeah,
make
it does.
Black
Because-
Widow better.
because you're
It just shows that there can be worse, but this is still bad.
Captain Marvel is
Gotcha.
the worst. No.
Yeah,
Captain
yeah.
Marvel is the worst Marvel movie in the history of Marvel's cinematic expertise.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. Black Widow.
You know
is
what follows it?
Not Black Widow.
No, but you know what's really close?
What?
Black Widow.
Wow.
Because Black Widow's bad. They do some good things in Black Widow, but it's just bad.
You know what's worse than that?
I give it maybe like a 5.
Hawkeye was more trash than that.
Oh, I'm not including shows. Oh, if we're including shows, like most of the shows are better. I mean, most of the shows are worse than Black Widow.
Thank you.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that.
If we're talking movies, then maybe.
Yeah. I was talking movies because like they don't have a like.
Because there's not really many I can name that I can say is worse than Black Widow.
Exactly, because Black Widow is bad.
But-
You said Guardians of the Galaxy 3 was worse than Black Widow. Black Widow was in your top 6.
Yeah.
Don't
It was.
get out of here. Get out. You broke the button.
Press it.
It's
I
fixed.
didn't break the window. It was never broken, so
I fixed it.
it lights up too, guys. Look.
We're gonna have
Wait.
to see if this is in shot, but you know. So yeah, that was our Ahsoka review. I think we did good, surprisingly, because he didn't watch. I'm gonna throw this at
I
you.
didn't actually think it was gonna go off that.
He
time.
didn't watch. You pressed it. Why do you?
Well, I touched it and I
It ma-
didn't think it was gonna go all the way
Okay.
down.
This guy. But yeah, I thought it was great. He thought it was okay, but he's only seen the first episode.
Yeah, so we're gonna see what happens. Hopefully it goes better from this point.
So we'll come back to that in like a few weeks for you guys. Basically with the special guest.
Yeah.
And we'll get into that.
Yep.
Woo!
All right, so I'll do the outro.
We just did.
No, it's like smash like fucking like you have to do all that,
All right.
or they're not gonna do it.
Go ahead.
Thank you guys for watching. It's been the Real Guys Podcast.
Redo it. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, you'll do it and I'll say something.
All right, thank you guys for watching the Real Guys Podcast. We have a bunch of videos, coming out that's also in production. So definitely stay tuned, check it out. Make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, and it's been real.
Yeah, tell us if you like this. Tell us if you dislike it. Let us know. Yeah, just comment things. Interact with the video. Really helps us out. It doesn't take much to do. Tell him how wrong he is, how right I am.
Or vice versa. That's fine too.
Yeah. But yeah.
Go Black Widow. Hey, if you like self-defense, definitely let us know in the comments that Black Widow's like
If
a
you
fat
think
W
Black
in the
Widow is
movie.
mid like I do, mediocre, probably bad, but yeah. And yeah, let us know if you want to see like a versus segment where we just like pick characters, put them against each other.
Yeah.
And if you have any questions, comment below. We'll do a little segment with that too, where we're just gonna have a cup and we're just gonna pull different comments, questions, and we'll do all that.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're going to do a lot. So
Cool.
cool.
Thanks for tuning in, guys.
See you later.
Peace.
Robert sucks.